Okay, so here it is. I don't know, maybe a month or so ago, they were putting up the new Marmaduke statue here in town, which they raised funds for and eventually got put up, and that's great and all. And I went in and I asked the lady at the office, the statue is terrific, but how about replacing this light at the tunnel on Lake Avenue? And she said, I completely agree. As a matter of fact, they'll be holding a meeting about it at the county board, or I'm sorry, the village board meeting. And she told me they'd be taking a vote, which actually wasn't the case at all. They're not taking a vote, it was simply a discussion. So I thought, well, they're not really making this meeting, widely known to the public. So I went ahead and I had a petition made up and I took it around and I went door to door and spoke to these people and listened to their concerns and eventually received more than 120 signatures. And it's common it's common opinion around here that people want this light back. It's not safe to drive through there. We understand that for a long time it was like that, but things have changed. Times have changed. Vehicles have changed. People blare their radios. People just don't hear the horns. And I met the mayor. I met the mayor on my travels getting signatures, and his response to the situation was, if people want this badly, that he can hike taxes and we can pay for it, which I thought was a little bit of a condescending attitude, regarding a safety matter in the town that he's been newly elected as mayor. You'd think that he would, give it a little bit of concern or at least consideration. But so I went ahead and got as many signatures as I could, and I attended their meeting, and I was basically laughed off, which I have a voice recording of the meeting. I was told that if private citizens want changes, then they can run for office, and that the mayor so kindly stated that we can't stop the stupid people from speeding through the tunnel. And he had also stated that he was considering putting up a flashing yellow light there. And I spoke to an engineer from the state who says that the flashing yellow light will do nothing but take the responsibility off the village for any type of accident and put all responsibility on the individual at the tunnel. Being the light makes them consider when to go, makes them think, makes them react. Therefore, it would be their responsibility if something there were to happen. A flashing yellow light does not, however, tell you that there's traffic on the other side of the bridge. It does not regulate traffic on the other side of the bridge. And so I find it a very unsuitable outcome to the situation. But I did, however, talk to Mr. Vargas from the county, and he has notified me that the cost of this light, we're being told, is $50,000, is actually $33,000. And from his knowledge, the price has not changed. That they have already had a meeting with our officials from the village here, and that they have already stated to the officials here in the village, who are telling us it's still up for debate whose responsibility it is. They've already been notified. The village has already been notified by the county and shown the law that states that this traffic signal inside the village is the village's responsibility and not the county's. So we're kind of being lied to on that front. Like I said, they're misrepresenting the price of the light being replaced. We're being told it's $50,000 when in actuality it's $33,000, and the county has offered to chip in 1/3 of that price. So that leaves the village with a responsibility of give or take $22,000, which is a big leap from the $50,000 they're claiming. And I'm just wondering why they're not taking the concerns of the residents here seriously. And I also talked to a representative from the state, Angelo, and he so kindly told me that he does not know if there is any funding for for this yet, but that the state has not allocated any funds to this project, because the county director had told me that quite possibly the state had allocated funds to it, but that is not the case. The state has not allocated funds to it. However, he did give me the contact information for Joe Buffamonte, who will have more information for me regarding whether or not there are funds available, if there are grants, or possibly what we can do. I did even raise the question at the meeting whether or not we could have parts donated from different districts, or raise funds, or really anything we can do, even as a public, anything, you know, that we can do to help. And it's, the matter at this point has just kind of been laughed off. And it's just, this is not okay. So I'm going to keep going with this. I'm going to keep collecting signatures on my petition. I have more than 126 at this point. And hopefully somebody will listen, and hopefully we will get the light put back at the bridge. So pray for this matter and show it some consideration. Like this video, share this video, and let's get the knowledge out there. Knowledge is power, people. So let's put the power in our hands and make our streets safe and get this light back up. Thank you very much, and you have a good day.